With Paul 10 points behind, some would have suggested that perhaps a tactical substitute should have been introduced. It's normally the time it comes in heat number 8, but Paul are leaving Matty Furrian and Magnus Zetterstrom there to take on Jan Andersen and David Howe. And I just wonder, Sam Ermolenko back in the studio. Sam, are you surprised that they're not bringing a tactical in here? Because it would seem the obvious move.
Not even. I mean, Jonathan mentioned to me about maybe even the golden double. The fact of it is that none of the Pool Pirates are really dominating any races at this stage. So I think the team manager, Neil Middleditch, is probably figuring that, let them settle down a bit, let them get the grips, and like Gary probably had the best performance right then. He at least had a chance. So they're eyeballing everything now, and I think that once they see Mark right again and Scott probably get his form, they might be thinking about it.
But Sam, could they perhaps run out of time to do it?
Well, if they don't do something quick, they will do. I mean, hopefully, you know, they're just giving the boys the benefit of the doubt that the guys they got are going to come good.
Well, here's their chance. This is heat number 8. We look at them across the tapes now. It's Magnus Zetterstrom for Poole. Goes from the inside. It's David Howe for Peterborough. Goes from gate 2, the 17-year-old. The Slovenian Matty Furrian goes from gate 3. And it's Jan Andersen, the former Peterborough captain, who goes from the outside, the Dane. That's the lineup. Zetterstrom, Howe, Furrian, Andersen. Poole desperately need to provide a heat winner. So far, each and every one of the 7 heat winners have come from the home team, Peterborough. It's going their way, and PC, can it be changed here by the Poole riders?
Well, they're all going about the same. There's nobody on the Poole team that's riding particularly badly. They've all got a lot of potential. They can all go out there and win races, and I'm sure that's why Neil Middleditch has left them as they are. They're all scoring, they're all going about the same, and he's just hoping that they're all going to come good, and I think they will when this track just improves slightly.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. This is heat number 8. This takes us past the halfway stage. The riders once again getting nervous down on that starting gate. Been a wide racing line so far, and the Peterborough men have got it just about right. The starting marshal moves away up. We go away on the inside. Goes Magnus Zetterstrom. His teammate and partner Matty Furrian is with him, and Paul have the 2 men in front. But look at the man coming round the outside. Jan Andersen. The time for team riding for Paul. They're out front now. They've changed their line. They've changed their position, and the manager's decision looks just about right.
Yeah, dead right. These 2 guys are really flying, and they're showing their true potential now in this one. Zetterstrom is having a great ride, but Matty Furrian is flying as well, and this is just what Poole need now to put them back in the match, Tony.
Well, exactly what you said, Peter. Poole will come good. They will close the gap by a further 4 points, and could, oh, look at the brilliant ride there coming through on the inside by Jan Andersen, but he takes his man off, and I just wonder whether Zetterstrom will have to see what our referee has to say, because he's excluding, I think, Jan Andersen, and there's going to be controversy here because Andersen is going to go out for the second match for the second ride in 3, and our referee Chris Gay has made a controversial decision. But with Magnus Zetterstrom lying down there, we will have a rerun, and Jan Andersen will be excluded, deeming to be the prime cause of that stoppage in bringing down Magnus Zetterstrom. It's going to be very interesting to see that again. He's clearly got an injured leg, but really, Peter, the tactics there, well, they were going well, Paul, and then it all went wrong. Look.
Yeah, we can see that Andersen on the inside just gets a little bit too much grip on the inside, and he runs straight into the side there of Zetterstrom. I mean, really, Andersen was at fault there. Now, Zetterstrom hits that fence quite hard and bends that leg pretty badly. He seems to be holding his leg. We can see another angle of that one there. Andersen comes through, pushes Zetterstrom off straight into the fence there, and he landed very, very awkward there as he went in leg first.
Well, sadly for Magnus Zetterstrom, there is the ambulance. It looked to be changing, or the fortunes looked to be going the way of the Poole Pirates with that one. They were coming back into it. They had a 5-1 for the taking. Jan Andersen went by Magnus Zetterstrom, took him wide. The result is Magnus Zetterstrom on the track. The oxygen is there to help out, and this is desperately disappointing because the stretch has been called for, and I wonder how seriously hurt Magnus Zetterstrom is. This could hit the Pirates' chances with a vengeance, Peter, sadly.
Yeah, Magnus has caught his leg on the fence quite badly. He stopped quite soon when he hit the fence with his leg, and there he's got the oxygen, so he must be in quite a bit of pain. He took his goggles off and his helmet pretty quickly, knew it was his leg, and I just hope that it's not anything really serious.
Well, the 27-year-old Swede looks in some pain there, and his teammates are showing considerable concern. The meeting was boiling up. The heat was boiling up. We had a race on our hands, and well, this perhaps will change things. I'm sure that Peterborough won't want to win it by default, but clearly, as you analyse that, Peter, clearly Jan Andersen was at fault, and I think we can look at it again just to emphasise the point.
Yeah, the two riders were very close, but we can see that from now that Red Jan Andersen rode the inside line, got too much grip and rode straight into the side of Magnus Zetterstrom, and I think the way he went down there, immediately it was a leg problem, but certainly Jan Andersen was at fault. Here we are again. At this point, they're very, very close. Jan Andersen hits him with his back wheel, straightens Zetterstrom up. Zetterstrom is trying to control that bike, but has to go down. That point of impact there is when his leg catches the fence and throws his weight over his leg, and I think we've got at least a pretty bad ankle injury there at the very least.
I just wonder whether that crucial injury there might hamper, hinder, indeed perhaps spoil completely the chances of Paul of taking the lead, because Magnus Zetterstrom has been the highest scoring reserve in recent weeks. Successive scores have paid 15, paid 12, paid 9, paid 12, but his last 4 meetings have been very influential in the results going the way of the Pool Pirates. And sadly, well, look, there is that's Scott Nicholls in the background coming to see how his teammate is. Jason Crump coming to have a look, and I don't think anybody's happy with the injury here, and I think these fellas are probably far from happy with some of the track conditions at the moment.
Yeah, the track's a bit heavy, and you know that Jan Andersen caught a lot of grip around that inside. For sure, he got too much grip and went wide, but I know there was some criticism by Kings Lynn last time we were here that the track was too dry, too hard, too slick, and I think the Peterborough management have done the best to make the track grippy, and it was unjustified criticism, to be honest, over the Peterborough management. The track's been in excellent condition, but it's very grippy tonight, that's for sure.
Well, Gary Havelock, the Pool captain, is with Susie Perry, and I just wonder what Gary Havelock thinks of the situation. Tough for him, tough for his team.
Gary, it's difficult in a situation like this, because obviously Magnus is quite injured down there, and everybody's talking about the racing incident, so let's take that first. How did you see it?
Well, it's difficult from where we stand to get a good view. I mean, I think Jan came up Magnus was riding wide, Jan came up the inside and picked up a bit of grip and just collided with him, and Magnus came off, like, you know. It's just one of them things, you know. Unfortunately, we ride in a dangerous sport and things like this happen.
Yeah. OK, we'll give you more news on Magnus as soon as we've got it. So back to Sam and Jonathan in the studio.
Yeah, thanks, Susie. It's really sad, especially Magnus Zetterstrom, who's given us so much entertainment over the season. I hope he's OK. But his dancing, his antics, his charisma is one of the greatest in speedways at the moment, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, he's really been a bit of a star on the Sky programs, and Zorro as he is. It was unfortunate there. He's a super nice guy. You know, I don't think Jan really meant anything, or if they collided, it was just basically both trying real hard. Jan had a job to do, and he's trying to get up there on the inside of him, and they picked up a bit of grip, as he's seen, and they just touched, and he went down, and he just went down very awkward in the fences.